And now for the movie focus of the week.
Alright, so this week we're talking about the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, courtesy of our own Anaris, coming back strong with this one. Crazy pick, but I'm into it. It's rated R. It's from 2018. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes, and it's got a smooth 89 on Rotten. It's written and directed by the infamous Coen Brothers. The film follows 6 different short films that all take place in the violent Old West, starring Tim Blake Nelson, Tom Waits, James Franco, Zoe Kazan, Brendan Gleeson, Clancy Brown, Bill Heck, Liam Neeson, and Stephen Root. The Coen Brothers have been churning out films for several years now, with most of their titles having high longevity and retaining an incredible cult-like status with their witty and oftentimes violently dark themes. Films like Fargo, Raising Arizona, Miller's Crossing, The Big Lebowski, No Country for Old Men, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and True Grit all come to mind when you think of this duo. However, for over 25 years, the brothers had quietly been working on a series of short stories that would all take place in the American frontier era, with them not really knowing if they would ever be transferred to the screen. In 2017, the Coens announced that they were releasing a new Western anthology film. In August of 2017, it was revealed that it would also be connected to Netflix. This is something the Coens actually battled with for a while, as they weren't very excited for the film to have a limited theatrical run. However, the choice in joining the juggernaut streamer and its finances would ultimately help composer Carter Burwell create a beautiful score in the end. The film was shot in various different areas, including Colorado, Nebraska, and New Mexico. This also marks the first film that in the Coens' career that would actually be shot completely on digital. Overall, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs is a unique experience in that all of the short stories presented are related to death in its different forms, and as each chapter changes, the tone gets considerably darker. Once again, the Coens have created a beautiful Western piece. Highly recommend streaming this if you haven't seen it yet. As we all know, the Western genre and subgenres, for that matter, are becoming a rare breed nowadays. You know, you don't get them too often, but usually when you do, they're pretty solid. And I would say that this is one of them. But thank you guys.
Nice. Great. You made a lot of good, valid points on the different movies that they've directed, and it all kind of like, I feel like you get a taste of all of their movies,
their work.
Yeah, all of their work in this film, because it's an anthology, and it's like a book, so it's, you know, different chapters. But I think you said that very well, Wesley.
Thank you. So, to get started, let's ask Anaris, what made him pick this, and what does this film mean, or films mean to you?
So, just like the Tombstone episode, I can relate to Westerns through my grandpa, and this fucking film is awesome, dude. Like, it's highly recommended for me to tell people about this, since I guess, like you said, the Western movies are lackluster. I like that they did a 6-piece story, because you'll get something like that with like horror films or something, but I feel like no one's really done that for a Western, not that I know of, or at least in this modern day era right now. Mm-hmm. And for me, this movie is already a modern day classic, and it's a big play like on death. So for me, it's like the ABCs of death for like a Western, dude. Like it's pretty dope, dude, and it has some pretty good stories and fucking cool, wacky characters and a solid fucking cast. If you really look at it,
there's a lot of cameos.
This is a really underrated film, I think, right now. And that's on Netflix that people watch every day. It'll probably fucking look over, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, if you love a Western, or if you just like a Western, check it out, for sure.
Yeah, but that's why I chose it for this podcast episode, because, well, I feel like we haven't done a Western in a while, and I feel like this one was going to hit for right at a different time, you know what I mean? So this is the time, and we got full force. We got Atlas here too, so you know we good. This is a dope movie to talk about.
Hey Wes, what was the movie you guys did with Sharon Stone?
The kid, what's his?
And she's like a gunfighter with Gene Hackman.
Oh, The Quick and the Dead. You were there too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The Quick and the Dead. And we also did Casino, which she's in.
Ah.
To call back to early to the Ronin episode.
Casino, motherfucker.
But yeah, what's your we heard Wes's whole intro, but what are you guys' thoughts on the film yourselves? Like, what does it do for you guys to talk about in the episode? You know what I mean?
Do you want to go first, James?
Oh yeah, no, I have to agree with you on that one, on how we don't really get to see too many anthology movies kind of in this way or this genre. And that's what I particularly like about this, because it's kind of, you know, you get short stories and they're all equally as interesting and entertaining.
Yeah.
And I just really like how they started it off with Buster Scruggs, and rewatching it, I'm like, holy shit, that's the guy from Watchmen.
Looking Glass, dude.
Yeah, the series, and I'm like, wow, totally different guy, and that's a good for him on being a great actor and you know, being that way. But I really enjoyed that one. I just thought it was really cool how, like, it is true with any type of I would say maybe employment or whatever you're doing in life, there is always going to be someone younger who's maybe a little better and quicker towards the end of your career. I just thought it was a cool little metaphor, or like, you know, the way it was. His song at the end and everything was really cool. He was a badass. He was just, you know, like his hands in the West. He took out like those 5 dudes in the bar, the first saloon that he went to.
Yeah, the West Texas tit, dude.
But I think my favorite one is probably a tie between the pan shot and the pocket one, Mr. Pocket.
Tom Waits. Yeah.
I think the pan shot one, it was so fast that to me it felt like it was one of the shorter ones.
Yeah.
But I just liked it because it threw me off when I remember watching this and not really seeing the trailer for it. Just watched it on a whim, and as I'm watching it, I was like, "Holy crap, that's James Franco! Like, what the hell is he doing in this, you know, Western? That makes no sense." And he was good in this. I mean, he could play a cowboy, I guess, and just how he got hung twice.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. He was like, "Oh, it's first time."
Yeah.
The guy was like crying. He's like, "Huh?"
Now that shit's like this meme.
Yeah.
Made that into a meme.
Yeah, I turned it into a meme. So that one, and then the Mr. Pocket one was really cool too. And I think, that's probably my 2 favorites out of those are tied for number 1. If I was gonna say which, you know, short story was my favorite, it'd probably be those 2.
Definitely. The towards the ending, it gets very deep. But maybe we can get more insight on why Wes likes this that much more. Like,
well, first of all, the color grading in this is beautiful. The cinematography, the way, just the shot, like the scenery setup shots are, man, gorgeous. Fucking it's amazing. Just those, you could, you know, take stills of those and create paintings out of them. They're just
the wide angle shots.
Yeah, it's incredible how many of them there are throughout this. And I can't even imagine what they went through trying to, especially like that Oregon Trail story. I think it's called The Girl Who Got Rattled or something like that.
Yes. That was a nutty short story itself, dude.
That was a really good one, too. But going back to what...
You know what that reminded me of? Bone Tomahawk, dude. It got all like...
Oh, yeah, yes. Because of the Native Americans.
Yeah, dude. It reminded me of just that violence and shit. Like, they just had to get down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like that, too. How the Native Americans are kind of peppered in between, like streamlined throughout all of these, where they are, you know, they would come and ambush you at any given time, and you have no idea, or if you...
Yeah, it's because it was the running theme in the American frontier, because they were basically on their land, and so, I mean, I was trying to say, I wrote down that it was like a modern day Oregon Trail, you know, like...
Yeah, yes.
Like, the dude died of, like, a disease in the beginning, and then fucking... You know, there's a pesky pet, and then there's a fucking... then there's the Comanche attack, and then the fucking, you know, the crazy suicide and shit.
I gotta say, man, I was like, you can't kill the dog like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, nah, that ain't happening. And then, what's his name? Billy Knapp. Billy Knapp can't do it, and he just scares him off, supposedly.
Yeah.
Even though the president comes back, which I was happy about, because you know you can't kill Wishbone, bro.
Yeah, that was Wishbone.
But no,
I think he survived out there by himself, like 2 days or something.
It had to have been a long enough time where they thought he was gone. But yeah, that was
savage ass Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, dude. Ozymandias, dude. Ozymandias. That fool's dope. That's a good actor right there. What's his name? Milling? Milling. Harry Melling, dude.
Harry Melling.
He was in that one movie with Charlize Theron too, dude. He plays like the suit and tie like bad guy.
Oh, the old guard.
The old guard, yeah, dude. He's pretty dope.
That's Harry Potter's brother.
Yeah, Liam Neeson, dude. Liam Neeson just said, like, he read the script and he's like, yeah, I can fucking literally do this role for you guys, like, right now.
Yeah. We felt, me and Tiny were saying, dude, Liam Neeson loves being a scumbag, dude. Like, he read the role and he was like, I'll fucking do it.
I can fuck prostitutes and fucking abuse this guy, basically.
and then trade him off for a fucking chicken.
a mathematic genius.
Yeah.
Rooster, right?
So, like,
yeah.
I had a question about that, dude. The story meal ticket. So, Ozymandias, do you think that was his son, or was that just some dude?
Yeah, I thought that too. I don't know, though. I can't decide. What do you guys think, dude? I just think he just took advantage of someone, dude.
Maybe it's implied. You're supposed to think that it's his son because he kind of takes care of him, and then like halfway through, the people aren't as interested in what that show has to offer. So then he's like, got to move on to the next best thing, you know. But because Milling is like a fucking on a Metallica like 1 type deal where he's physically can't do anything on his own. He's just forced to kind of watch his time run out, you know what I mean? And he's helpless to stop anything until, they imply that Neeson's character gets the rooster and is slowly moving on to the next show that's gonna make him money, and then milling is no longer relevant.